So, hey everybody, I'm George with, see, I've already flipped. Hey everybody, George Barnett here. I'm a real estate agent here in eastern Idaho. One of my favorite parts of Fremont County is Henry's Lake State Park, and I'm here with Annalee, and she's going to tell us a little more. So, Annalee, tell us about the park.
Okay, so the park has been here for, well, over 50 years now. Part of it was built in 1967. And they have actually, well, we've got to make it bigger several times. The lake itself was actually dammed off in the 20s, the early 20s. And it was a natural lake until then, but it looked a lot different than it does now. Still a very shallow lake, even at that. Just looking at it, you think right now especially that it's just really pretty, but wind can come up pretty easy and make it scary really quick. But the campground itself, we have some sites that have just electric, and then they have access to water. And then we have some that or a lot of them that are water and electric, and then there's 8 that they can reserve with the full hookup. Okay. So that pretty well covers that. We are getting a new section. We're not exactly knowing what's going to happen with that, how it's going to look, things like that. But we do have, just over here, we have the tent sites. So we have 3 tent sites that you can reserve, and then we have the hike and bike sites. So they're dispersed camping, literally. They're just a spot to place the tent kind of thing. Sure. So you can rent those online too. So all of it is through Reserve America. Okay. It is a 9-month window, so they can go. They have to plan. You can plan that way to get here, and the full hookup ones, you definitely want to plan ahead for those, especially for a long time. But anyway.
I do remember a couple times I reserved here. They do tend to fill up fast. So
they can.
Yeah,
they can.
So tell us about. I know you have kayaks available to use.
We do. There's a few. I think there's around 8. But what it is, it's the first time adventure program. Okay. So if someone wants to come and just try it out, or they can go out and actually play. We had fishermen going out today, but it's just for a couple of hours, and it doesn't cost anything. It is literally a loan. But they fill out the waiver, and then we give them a whistle, and they can come get the life jackets here at the loaner station and go out. Okay. So.
And I know there's also boating on the lake. Can you tell us about some of the restrictions and some of the rules there?
So, well, the fishing, it is the lake itself. Look at the regs. It is different than a lot of places. There are general regs most places, but here it is actually 2 fish limit. Okay. Once you have 2 in possession, then you're done. Okay. You can fish as long as you want. The boating itself, just go back to the kind of watch the lake. It can be really pretty and have a storm come over, and thunderstorms especially will be they can get rough. And so you want to just watch it and get in. We encourage people. We had people ask about boating at night and staying on their houseboat or whatever, and we kind of say, well, it's better that you can see the storms coming. Sure. So, but besides that, not too much restriction on what can be out there. We've had sailboats, but motorboats are the main. The drift boats over this direction too. Sure. Well, we have the trail system. We do have. There's only 4 miles in comparison to Harem, and we've got 20. Sure. But it's pretty. Our thing here in the campground, we don't have a lot of trees. Our trees are out on our trail. So you got to get out to the Aspen Loop. But you go out through, you can walk along the slough, which has a lot of good birding. We are on the birding trail. I think it's 47 on the birding trail. And then we also, if you walk up through, you can find, well, different wildlife for sure. But then we have wildflowers and a lot of other things that you can just look for. The trail itself, one of them is called the Aspen Loop, which literally you're in the aspen.
Okay.
And then the other part of it is out on the outlet. So you can overlook the outlet. So, and you can actually access from there too if you wanted to fish, if you don't want to carry your equipment that far.
Okay.
So
I know there is plenty of wildlife in the area, so that is one thing for people to keep in mind. When we were staying here, we saw a moose kind of swim across the lake and come through the campground. So what should people keep in mind for the animals around?
So one thing about the difference between us and Yellowstone, the animals are always seeing people and all that. And they tell you to stay away at least 25 yards from moose and different things. And we don't have to worry about the bison or the wolves, but you need to be mindful of those. We had a cow with a couple of calves go right through the campground. Just watch, stay away.
Yeah, sure.
It's really cool, and get the cameras out, all that kind of stuff, but just stay away. Don't bother them when they're coming through.
Sure.
So.
And I'm sure there's bear in the area also.
Yes, be bear aware. It is. We have the signs up all over. We don't have bear bins, which we just hope to keep them. We try to get them to put their stuff in their cars at night if they're tent camping.
Sure.
Things just so it's not right in with them. Then, we had one last year that just moseyed along the shore at 5:30 in the morning, and we were lucky that it didn't go in, but they are around. It's just anytime.
Sure,
so.
sure. Okay, so Annalee, what is your favorite part of Fremont County?
Well, I live at Harriman, and I work up here, so that's really good.
Yeah, you got it made, don't you?
Yeah, I do. So, Mesa Falls is pretty cool. But
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, Annalee.
You are welcome. Thanks for coming.